Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little, expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. Get addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited, bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you crack it. They don't wanna miss a second of this HD content. Everybody think we got something to say, so it's an open invitation. Bring it to the table. Just know we ain't buying in. We gon' try to turn you back until you start try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah. Welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the hood table one more again.
Hey.
Hey now.
What it do?
Girl, besides this doggone heat.
Child. Oh, man, we ain't even going there with that.
I swear, I'll be waking up in the morning thinking, may today be 70-something.
From your lips to God's ears.
Please. Excuse me. I ain't even been watching the weather because I'm like, oh, it's going to be 90 plus hell again. So
I just say, oh, it's going to be hot. Okay.
Yep. Prepare for it.
The only time I go outside is, I'm good. You know, like I said, the only time I go outside, I go out about 6 in the morning to water my garden. And after I do that and do a little weeding, girl, I go back in the house and I'm like, yeah, I won't be back out till about 8 o'clock in the evening.
I know. I saw your little garden over there. You got the little. I was like, what is that green thing over there?
When she said that, I was like, a greenhouse?
I'm like, that's that green stand-up tent. What are you putting out there?
I'm like, okay. You are definitely a city girl.
I'm used to seeing greenhouses that you can see through. So that's why I couldn't see anything. So I'm thinking, what's in there? But oh well, anyhow. Everybody come on in, make sure you hit the like
button. My garden stuff.
Well, at least one of us got
a couple of little things for the kids. I can't hear you.
You can't hear me now?
We starting already. They starting this BS already.
Oh.
Let me log out and come back.
Okay. Well, everybody come on in. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button, and let everybody know the hood table is live. I'm trying to fix my little curls. I just got my little curls and I'm trying to fix them. They all poofy in certain areas. But anywho, as you can see from the title of this show, we are going to be discussing Kanye West and what people think about him, talking about he's running for president. If you guys think this is a ploy, if you guys think this is something to just distract everybody from the Rona or something else, if you guys think that he is working hand in hand with Trump, because of the fact that he claims now, all of a sudden he wants to run for president and he claims he doesn't support Trump anymore. So I wanted to know how you guys feel about, this Kanye. And he's always up to something. Every time you turn around, Kanye is up to something. Like, we shouldn't be shocked. What do you think, Carmel Diva?
I think he needs to get back on his meds. And I'm saying that all jokes aside, because this is not normal behavior for most people. For him, it's kind of like, oh, Kanye's at it again. But, first of all, he's saying his running mate is a quote unquote supposed preacher from Wyoming.
Yeah, and I need to look her up. Her name is Michelle. What did they say, Michelle?
I don't remember. I heard that on the Breakfast Club.
Titball.
Yeah, Titball or something like that. And then on top of that, he's running under the birthday party That's that's his platform. That's his party. It's not independent, not Democratic. It's not Republican. He's running under the birthday party, talking about when he gets elected, it's a birthday for everybody.
I know, like everybody gonna party, everybody gonna be happy, everybody is gonna be everybody's birthday. Like, don't nobody want to celebrate you winning presidency? Fool, is you
But
crazy?
the sad part is people will vote for him because he's Kanye. That's the
Yeah,
sad part.
yeah. I'm just tired of celebrities running. I mean, Trump, he done did it. We don't need no more celebrities.
Right.
We
Unless you're serious. Trump did it on a dare,
don't.
which is why he don't care about none of the things that are important.
Kanye West.
That are important.
I had another screen open. Go ahead.
But I'm just saying that's why he don't care about none of the things that are important to this country. He did it on a dare. He don't care.
Yeah. And I don't think he really cares for the country. I mean, I'm sure he loves being here. He loves making money here and running businesses and building properties. But as far as the country as a whole, I don't think President Trump ever did.
Girl, you would not put them two words together like that.
Yeah, president and care, you know.
I'm talking about president and Trump. Them two words do not belong together.
Yeah, because that ain't my president. How people be saying that ain't my
No.
president. But yeah, Trump.
The Oompa Loompa in charge.
The orange man.
Agent Orange. That's
but
what
how
he
you
is.
feel about him saying for some reason, Karma Diva, let me know if you agree or disagree. But I think that this is a ploy and that him and Trump is trying to run game on us. I mean, you've been supporting this man since day one. And now all of a sudden your party is the birthday party. Now all of a sudden you no longer support Trump. And you're not backing him anymore. You want to run.
He need medicine.
I'm like, is this like a ploy for them to hopefully, if it's just Kanye and Trump, maybe a lot of people are like, Kanye, he's just BSing around. We ain't gonna vote for him. We have better luck with Trump. And maybe Trump get most of the votes. Do you think? Like,
it probably is some kind of stunt by Trump to, like, okay, well, if Kanye, how do I want to say it? Kanye would be worse than Trump. So vote for Trump instead of Kanye. I can see that. I can see them two idiots getting together, scheming and plotting on that. I can see that.
Right.
And like I said, the sad part is there are people who will vote for them. Even after the mess Trump has made of our country and of the presidency, people will vote for him.
Of his reputation. Sure.
It's a sad, this is something that's serious, and people, they're taking this as a joke. We are a laughing stock in the world right now.
Yeah.
Because of this man. Yeah. And this is, serious business. Hell, he sent a signed CD to Kim Jong-un, the North Korean president who was aiming missiles at you. And now you want to send because he used to call him the Rocket Man. So you won't send a Elton John CD that you signed to this man. This is not a joke.
It's not. It's really not. But it does seem like, I don't know. It seemed like in the beginning it was such a big joke to Trump. And then now I'm thinking, okay, he going to run. He going to just another notch under his belt for something he didn't succeeded at. And now it'll be a wrap. But no, this fool wants to run.
He ain't succeeded at nothing. He ain't succeeded at business. He ain't succeeded in marriage, fatherhood, and he damn sure ain't succeeded in the presidency.
I don't know. Is it me who always looks like, where's his wife? Like,
She don't like him.
I mean, how you a whole president and your wife is always MIA? We have never seen that before in
I can
history.
all I can almost guarantee that when this is over,
Hmm.
when his presidency is over, she gonna divorce him. I can
You think
almost guarantee
so?
that. Oh hell yeah. She
Oh,
don't even like him.
hey Melissa, hey Miss Sislo, how you
Hey y'all.
doing?
Good
Yeah,
evening.
yes, and that's part of the member squad. Those two are part of the hood table member squad. Thank you for being.
Hey, hey, hey.
Yes, yes, we got that member squad.
We
Hey.
appreciate y'all. Hey.
But yeah, how do y'all feel in the chat? Do y'all think this is a ploy? Do you think Kanye and Trump is working together? I'm just surprised to hear out of everything that Kanye has come out of his mouth. That really surprised me when he said the other day that he no longer supports Trump. And I don't
Uh,
believe it.
until you said that, I hadn't even thought of putting the two together,
Hmm.
but it makes a lot of sense. And they just, I can't take neither one of them seriously. I
Hmm.
haven't even taken Kanye's music serious in 10 years. So I damn sure ain't taking him serious about the presidency.
Hmm.
Because my thing is this, like I said, this is something serious. This is dealing with people's lives and their livelihoods.
Right.
And if you are not there to do the job that is expected of you, then quit playing around. Just just stop.
Hmm.
Because this is not a joke. And to me, Kanye is a joke.
I agree.
Trump, the orange one, he's been a joke for years. And to be honest, I can't stand either one of them. Excuse me. But then you got a thought just occurred too. This might be setting up Kim's political career.
Girl,
Hell, she don't went to school to be a lawyer.
Lord have mercy. You know what?
Did you ever expect her from being a quote unquote porn star to trying to become legitimate and a lawyer? She got that chick Centoya out,
True, true. That's true. And they've been working
and
on other people.
she's working for other people to
Hmm.
try to get them out.
Yeah. Lynette Grant said they both fools and ain't nobody in their right mind going to vote for neither one of them clowns. I surely hope not, Lynette. I mean,
Uh,
after talking to a lot of political leaders and trying to get more knowledge, because I'm no political guru at all. Like when I don't know something, I don't even pretend to know. I go ask somebody about it.
right,
But from
right.
just talking and going to meetings and stuff like that, I didn't realize that, you know, did you guys
Melissa.
know that in the LGBT community, 75% of them did not vote
Wow,
on the last election? Did y'all know that? And so there's
that's
supposed to be a lot of rallies going on and a lot of committees and a lot of, people to push the LGBTQ community to vote. I could not believe that. And I learned that from Maddie. I don't know how many people watch Maddie, T.S. Madison, but I learned that on her show from
I'm
Maddie.
just shocked that
And
I'm just proud of you for saying the letters correct.
ah,
But go ahead. I was sitting here and I'm like, she said it right twice in a row. Well, damn.
and then to find out like a lot of like there's we know the Black Lives Matter campaign, how it started, and why it's still going on. A lot of people in the LGBTQ community feel like when
The
Black Lives Matter,
underrepresented.
it doesn't matter to them. Like all the lives that's been lost in the trans community. Yeah, like you said, Carmel, like they don't matter. Like the thing is, we're all first black. We're all first black. But
Right.
they don't feel like they matter. And I think that's why the percentage is so high.
But
75%.
see, the thing with me and thinking that when somebody sees you, the first thing they see, they're not going to say, "Oh, that's a LGBTQIA person."
And you know what?
They're going to say,
Let me
"That's a
correct
white
that real
person.
quick.
That's a black person."
Let me correct that real quick, Karma Diva. It's not the whole community, it's the trans. It's the trans. And somebody has said on Maddie in the morning show that she think it has a lot to do with people coming to the polls in their trans, like trans woman,
Mhm.
a man who's trans into a woman, and
Yeah.
they have to show their man ID with their man name, and they said a lot of them feel some type of way, like they would be looked at funny or judged or things like that, and they were telling them you can't let that stop you from going to the polls.
Right. But can I say something? And I'm not even trying to
Go
be
ahead.
funny right now.
Go
But
ahead.
you talking about people will look at them funny. People are going to look at you funny anyway.
That's true.
Especially if you are a 6'7" bearded man dressed as a woman. They gonna look at you different anyway. So why should that stop
Trans,
you
most
from
trans though, are
exercising
not
your
wearing
vote?
beards. Most trans are transitioning. Most of
But
them,
no, I'm just
I know what
using that
you're
as
getting at.
a.
I know what you're getting at. But from a lot of the ones I've seen, when they start taking the hormone,
And a lot of them are fucking gorgeous. Let me put that out there. They
oh,
are fucking beautiful. A
there's
lot of them.
one
Not
named
all.
Hope Giselle. She always a guest on T.S. Madison's show. And I'm telling you, she is beautiful. She's a trans woman. She is gorgeous. She's beautiful. She's smart. Um, she she's involved in a lot of things in the trans community and outside of the trans community. And that's one thing that a lot of us have to realize. A lot of people in the LBGQ. See, now I messed up because you
You
said
done messed it up. I jinxed you.
LGBTQ. A lot of them in that community, they advocate for us, for
Mhm.
hetero men and women, and
Mhm.
not enough of us advocate for them, and it's because of that. You shouldn't be doing that anyway. That's not in the Bible. That's not godly. That's not, all that kind of stuff. But me personally, I've always been like, you do what you do, long as it don't interact with my livelihood. We all gonna get judged one day, and there's a whole bunch of ish that I done that I'm not proud
See, and I used to be one of them people that God said there's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, and
of.
it was in the Bible. It wasn't in the Bible, and that's why, um, you know, that's what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah, and I truly was, and
And I think most of us
I
from being raised in certain churches. I mean, most churches spoke up against that growing up. So, you know,
and for the most part, um, I have come to terms with it because I have family members who are part of the LGBTQIA plus community,
mhm.
and so I've had to, not necessarily resign myself, but kind of educate myself on their fights. But I still have some issues with it, and I've told my family members that they understand that,
Mhm.
and like I told them, I love you regardless
Mhm. Yeah.
because that's not you being gay, lesbian, trans, whatever. That's not that's not all of you.
Mhm.
That's not that's only a part of who you are.
Yeah. Yep. And
That does not
Melissa
in,
in the chat.
hey,
Hey y'all.
but
Hey,
hey, Miss Sislo, how you doing?
Melissa. This Melissa. Miss Cislo ain't
Oh,
jumping
I'm
in yet.
sorry. Hey, Melissa, I'm sorry. I
It's okay.
apologize.
It's
How you
okay.
doing this evening?
I'm doing all right. I usually don't get involved in the politic talk, but since y'all was talking about Kanye with his crazy self,
Oh
I
Yes.
said
Lord,
I'll jump
yes.
in.
Please let us
Come
know how you
on.
feel. I saw your comment in the chat, Melissa. You said you think they both are idiots, but at least Kanye got a medical
I
excuse.
know I was laughing at that earlier. But you know what?
Yeah,
And that's true. It's true. But I think, honestly, Trump, he got a medical condition too. He just refuses to acknowledge it. That's
yeah.
what it is.
He got stupid. I just, it just makes no sense to me. I think him and Kanye probably about on the same level as
Mhm,
far as disillusion,
mhm.
because they're both delusional. So,
Yeah.
it's a bad combination for them to even hold a conversation.
Yeah, I think they're both delusional. Like, have y'all read what Kanye was saying? Like, okay, he said he's suspicious of the coronavirus vaccine, terming it the mark of the beast. So everybody,
Now I wouldn't say the mark of the beast, but I too am kind of leery of it just because of history of how they've come about with some of these vaccines and quote unquote cures, how they have used black people specifically in the past for as guinea pigs
hmm
or without their knowledge.
hmm
And so, I too am leery of it. I mean, yes, we all want the vaccine and we want it to be something that's going to help everybody. And I
right.
understand, in order for, um, in the medical term,
But
in the
is
medical community, in order for it to help everybody across the board, you kind of need somebody from every race to see how their bodies react to it
so
and
there
how
is
they,
a vaccine now?
but I can't hear you.
I said, is there a vaccine now?
Damn it, what is going on? Let me log out and come back in. Jesus,
I don't think
the
there.
offense.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Mel.
I don't think there is one yet. I know they have been working on some stuff, but I'm kind of leery of it too. But I was really hoping that over the summer they would get
Yeah,
some control over it, because I'm not looking forward to school starting back with this
nobody
mess.
is. Nobody. What? When y'all school start? Ours start on August 1st.
Ours is usually the second week in August, but they still hadn't come up with a plan.
Ours
Like,
started normally starts like the second to the third week.
but they're
And
starting early.
how do you make kids social distance when most schools, especially the inner city schools, have like 30 or more kids?
Right. It's not gonna work.
And then
It's
lunch
not gonna work.
and playground and gym. Like, is there going to be no gym anymore? No physical activities? I
And
mean,
you know what kills
basketball,
me? Duvos or Devo. What's her name? That's over the
Carmel.
Hello,
education.
hello.
Uh,
Isn't it Becky Duvos or something? I don't
we
know.
can hear you. We can hear you, Carmel Diva.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay.
But it's like she has no realistic expectations about school.
What's her name? You said she's over the school
What?
education.
Yeah. What's the lady's name? I think it's Duvos or
Oh, Betsy
yeah.
DeVos.
She doesn't have any.
Betsy
She
DeVos.
doesn't have any realistic uh goals about school even before this.
Well, because she doesn't have. Well, because she's never dealt with public schools in
Right.
her life.
Right.
She was educated in those private schools. Her kids all went to private schools. So she's never dealt with. I was like, when they
Right.
nominated her, I was like, who the hell is this lady and where did she come from?
I remember discussing that. I didn't really know who she was, but then again, I'm not into politics like that. But I do remember that being an issue when he was running.
Mm-hmm. And see, it's
Well,
almost
I
like
have
Trump.
issue with
He's
a lot
not.
of
He
his.
can't. He can't relate to regular people problems. She can't relate to regular student school.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I made it Ben Carson, a surgeon, a heart surgeon, a pediatric heart surgeon.
Right. Why wouldn't
As the
they make
Secretary
him?
of HUD, the
I would have
Surgeon
thought
General.
he would have made him like the general surgeon or something.
Right. Right.
That would
But he
make
put
more
him over.
sense.
It
And he,
was like, you do know he knows nothing about housing,
right.
but he can tell you all about medical things.
Hey, Miss Sislo.
It just,
Hey, sweetie,
this
how are you?
man's thought process. At one point, I was kind of like, I kind of see where he's coming from, putting people who I think he was doing it to kind of make a point that he can put people in these offices who know nothing about the office they're in
Well, he
and
didn't have
see
to
if
make
they
that
sink or
point. We knew
swim.
that when he got in.
And it's kind of like, we don't know who we are electing to office.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump
So
is
Your take on
so
this?
period.
I don't know what's going on. I can't hear nothing. I'm about
I don't know,
to
Carmel
get
Diva.
mad and leave
Your phone keeps
the
doing some
chat.
weird stuff, Carmel Diva. It keeps going "Roo, roo, 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 roo," like that. I don't know. Miss Sislo? I'm sorry, Miss
How does
Sislo.
it?
I muted your mic because there's some kind of weird noise on there too.
Hi, Mrs. Love.
Hey, y'all.
Hey,
How you been doing?
girl,
Listen,
trying to maintain and stay healthy and cool.
I know. Oh my gosh, it's been like on like 2 degrees less than hell in
Thank
Detroit.
you. Is that everywhere? I mean, because it seems like, oh my God, every day I wake up, I'm like, why is it 90 something? It's like already hot when I get up.
Yeah, it's definitely
Uh,
90s here.
Mm-mm-mm. Wow.
it's been in the 90s. It's been like 91, 96, and
Okay. Did
oh my
y'all
goodness.
did y'all see Lynette's comment? She said, "Has anyone ever noticed that when Trump gets off the plane, the Secret Service is never around?" I never noticed that because I really haven't been really watching him in the news.
I'm sorry. I hit the wrong button.
That's okay.
I never, I never noticed it, but you know,
You said, notice what? That the Secret Service ain't never
about
around?
the service, right? I
Mm-hmm.
never. Oh, when I think now that I think about it, okay, now I kind of see what's. But I'm pretty sure that they're grounded somewhere. They're probably not in the plane site, but I'm pretty sure that they're grounded somewhere. But it's like, to me,
Hopefully they turned around if a sniper shoots. I'm just saying.
you are too funny. You are so funny. Now here's the thing. Somebody said exactly what I was thinking about. Uh, uh, Ben Carson. You
Mm-hmm.
know, being over hood, like being hard. Carson can't remember the struggle since he grew up in Detroit.
Yeah.
Child of a single mother who struggled to
Hmm.
make ends, what have you. But once he got and he became the head of surgery, of what was it, neurosurgery or whatever that was. It's like he doesn't know what a struggle is. He doesn't know what what the neighborhood wants. He doesn't know what the people
He's
uh,
out of touch.
in he in the community has need of, as far as they're concerned.
Mm-hmm.
They're eating and getting fat, and you see the restaurant, so they must be eating. Just, what I'm saying. It's like it's rocket science, not neuroscience. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, it seems
it's
like a
like,
lot of these people have been out of touch for a long time. Like all the
well,
issues that a lot of people deal with. I mean, like the
you know,
lady who went to private school, kids go to private school. I mean, how can you? I don't. I don't get it.
let me tell you something.
How can you
I
continue
worked
those
in
who struggle going to these neighborhood schools and not having the new books, not having the laptop, not having the decent teaching that they need, the level that they need, like all these suburban schools and private schools.
see, one thing about it is, um I worked in corporate America for about the better part of 20 years in the health administration.
Mm-hmm.
So, um you sit at these steering committee meetings and these planning committee meetings and visioning committee meetings and things like that. and they pretend that their main target is the indigent population, or the underserved, or the poor and the
Mhm.
needs,
Mm-hmm.
uh, uninsured, and all this and that. And this is what they play like. But to be perfectly honest, the bottom line is, who can we
Money.
put off on so we don't have to take the financial responsibility for
Mm-hmm.
those? So basically, they're the last thing they do, and I always ask them, why do you all have a bunch of wealthy people sitting on this board instead of going out in the trenches and in the neighborhoods and getting these people that's living this life so
Mm-hmm.
that you can understand what they need better? There's
Mhm.
no way that you could be sitting up and you are a multi-millionaire, and you're telling me that a $1,200 stimulus checks to pull me out of all of that I'm going through.
Right,
Yeah, that's
right.
a joke.
We
You know,
just
Now
you
you're
one of
talking.
those
you
every month now.
right. I mean, and then of course, people are going to stay at home and collect the additional $600 in unemployment. And it's not because they rather sit at home and collect unemployment,
It's
but is
way
that they
more.
rather have the better part of money. You have mothers that are out. I have, and this is one of the most debilitating things that I've seen, a pregnant mother
Mm-hmm.
working as a doggone security guard
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
at a dollar store or somewhere that in a bad neighborhood that's frequently shoplifted,
Mm.
robbed, or anything. What is this woman with a 9-month belly, 8-month belly gonna do? She poses no security or safety because of the simple fact she is 9 months pregnant. All they got to do is mush her in the face
I'll
and
be
keep
like,
on doing what
oh,
they're gonna
child,
do.
oh,
But
child.
and then right, and then she's making minimum wage to risk her life and the life of her unborn child. And then 9 times out of 10, she's not even making enough to pay child care for the other kids that she has at home. So
Girl,
would
tell
you
me.
rather risk your life and the life of your unborn child, or sit at home and get that $600? And it's not because you're lazy. It's because
Hmm.
you can do more with the 600 than you can with the $8 an hour.
That's a lot.
Right.
They get the regular unemployment plus all that every week, right?
You get Yes, you get to
Yeah.
now. Here's the thing. You can be a gig worker. You know what a gig worker is?
Like computers or something.
No, a gig worker is basically that person that is hired to clean out a house,
Oh,
and
okay.
I pay you $50 to clean up my basement, or I'll stand on the corner and sell these flowers, or I'm a mechanic and I fix cars for a living. And this is what I do. But because of COVID, nobody wants me to come to the house to clean their house out. Don't nobody want me cooking meals for them and preparing dinner for them. Nobody need me to do that little cleaning up and this, that, and the other. And nobody wants to get me to sit in their car to see what's wrong with it because they're scared that they're going to get COVID from me. So it's damaging even the gig workers, the self-employed people who has landscaping businesses and things like
Yeah.
that. Everybody is affected. So yes, these are the people that are eligible for the pandemic insurance. But at the same time, with it ending in July, do you not think that these people are going to try and take advantage of what few dollars they got? And guess what? The ones with the most intelligence are the ones that's taking it up and paying those bills up with it,
Mm-hmm.
because that 15, $1,600 every 2 weeks is more than what some people have ever seen in a month.
Hmm.
Right.
You
I
know,
would
you're
hope
looking
that
at
people
three
would
three
take advantage.
$3,000.
I
That's
would
more than
hope,
some.
I would
I'm
hope
sorry.
a lot of people would take advantage of that because you know how people get, especially our kind of people who, is middle income or lower, just like income tax time. They blowing money, then a few months later the car getting repossessed, and you would hope that people would take advantage of the money, or but that two
Yeah,
hundred dollars was nowhere near enough.
and this is what they need to do, and this is what Carson should have been doing, as opposed to sitting up playing with the little knocker balls that you swing them and they knock each other out of at the desk, and picking out all of the green jelly beans out of the bowl or whatever he does, or playing with his pretend brain or whatever it is that he does throughout the day. He should have been trying to figure out a way to give a universal housing to some people. When I and I mean universal low income housing, or he should have been able to figure out like how to make it not necessary for people to have to pass a credit check to have a place to live. What kind of
Mm,
sense that make? I mean, my credit is not so great, but guess why? I was out of work for years when I became disabled, and then I was out of work for more years because I was the primary caregiver for my father who was ailing, and my brother who later was ailing, and they both died, and I took care of them. So no, I didn't have an income. I couldn't work, because I had no one to help me take care of my dad, no one to help me to take care of my brother, no one to help me to take care of my mom. So, yes, my bills got behind, things fell off or what have you, until I finally, 3 years later, finally got an income, and I'm trying to rush up and do, but by this time, it's already affected your credit. And now you're at the point to where you have to figure out which one you're going to fix first, what you're going to work on first. Meanwhile, my house is falling apart. House I've owned for 30 something years. It's time to let it go. The neighborhood ran down. It's time to go. So you leave and you say, okay, well, I'll just get an apartment somewhere. Well, that's what you thought, because they don't forgive you for that voluntary repossession or this, that, and the third. They don't forgive you for this, that, whatever it is. That could be a doctor bill or a utility bill or something like that. Then they say, oh, well, we got to deny your application for. Man, I just showed you I have all of the qualifications, income, and everything, but you're going to turn me down because of something derogatory on my credit. That sounds senseless to me. So, what do you have? A bunch of people who are wandering in the wilderness and can't have anywhere to live. How do you
I
beat
think they
that?
should have done a lot more because
well,
one
you know
thing.
what? I
Go
think
ahead, Karma Diva.
one of, I'm sorry, one of the things that I think that they should do for homeless or people in transition, we got all these empty lots or houses that need to be knocked down or rehabilitated.
Girl.
One thing that I have seen in some of these communities that I think would be beneficial and easy to do, and it will work in so many levels because you will be employing people to be carpenters, to be plumbers, to be electricians. Build some of them tiny houses
Hmm.
on some of them lots. Make it like a little a living like a community,
Hmm.
a little community
That
of
would be
them
cool.
living houses where they have a bathroom, they have a little small kitchen, and the living area is also where you can put like a pull out bed.
Yeah, and some of them have like a little loft where you just climb a few stairs,
Right.
and yeah, and they really cheap.
Right. So why can they not do that to help people get on their feet? And you can have a term limit as far, for how long you can stay there. You can only be there a year. You can only be there, 2 years while you get back on your feet and get a bank account, and have somebody,
Mhm.
they're in this transitional housing. But not only that, have somebody that's counseling them, helping them to pay their bills on time, helping them to try to get a bank account and show them how to manage their money. That's how you help somebody get back on their feet.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
like I said, that also employs people who, like she said, they may have been affected by the coronavirus. Well, now you giving them a chance to, okay, so now they can put this on their resume. I worked for the city. They gave me a job as a plumber, putting in plumbing for, this residential area. They
Mhm.
gave me a job as an electrician, as a carpenter. This is how you go about building people up. But this, like y'all said, this little stimulus check, what is that doing?
Nothing much. And Melissa, you said y'all kids was going back to school when?
I think it's like we usually go around the 12th of August, something like that.
Yeah, ours start on the 1st, and I am terrified. I don't even have little children. I have two older kids. One of them still in college. I'm terrified for him because he wants
Wow.
to go back to school. Mm-mm.
Well, see, my daughter is 10, and I just feel like they didn't have good control of them kids when they didn't have to be extremely cautious.
Right.
How are you gonna keep up with them now and make sure they're not touching stuff? And I'm real germophobic too.
Yep.
Certain stuff just gets under my
So
skin anyway.
are your kids doing the 2 days on?
That's the thing; they haven't figured it out yet.
Oh, they haven't figured out. See,
No,
Eva, what is ours 2 days on, and what is it? Uh oh, your thing messing up. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
The first 2 days are the
well,
kids who.
I know ours is supposed to be like a hybrid situation, but they haven't. Where part of it would be home and part of it would be school, but we haven't gotten any details.
Hey, Carmadiva, could you repeat that? Because your mic kept going in and out, in and out.
I'm sorry. It's the first letter of your last name. They go, I think it's like A through K, goes on Monday and Tuesday, and like supposedly every other Wednesday. But initially, it was supposed to be Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday was going to be a sanitizing day, and
Mm-hmm.
then Thursday and Friday were the end of the alphabet kids.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is this, shouldn't they be sanitizing every day?
Every
And
day.
how are they going to do this with the high schoolers where they change classrooms
Right.
every hour?
I don't know.
And
How do
so
you
I personally am very leery of
Mm-hmm.
my kids. I have a child that's about to be a high school senior this fall. And then I
Okay.
have one who's about to be 10 going into the third grade. So I no, she's going to fourth grade. But anyway, I had to think about it. I'm like, wait a minute. But my kids are more valuable than trying to, make somebody happy because
Right.
the president wants to rush and have the schools open and he wants to have the country open. No.
But you know what? What
These
gets me is he
drivers
don't
need to
care.
control.
he don't
They
care.
don't
He don't care. If I thought there was some genuine concern, but that man ain't studying us.
Mm-mm.
at all.
It's
And
all about
so
the economy. It's all about, and I get it, but I mean, we talking about a whole bunch of children across the nation going
but
back to
see,
school next
he's
month.
talking about the economy, but and if you have nobody to work it because everybody is sick or
Right.
dying,
Right.
Right,
what's going to happen to the economy then?
right.
Because
That's
the thing of it, kids are more likely to be carriers. They may not even have symptoms and stuff.
Right. I
Like,
mean, they're already little human incubators.
mm-hmm.
exactly.
They little germ factories. I tell my kids that all the time. That's
And
what
how
they
they
are.
gonna keep their hands sanitized? I mean,
No.
the tables and the desk and the pencil sharpeners and it's like so much. Look about the library, the books in the library.
In the back of their hands and all of that. Yeah.
And usually when my daughter does come home with the sniffles or something, she'll have the sniffles for like a couple of days. I'll catch it from her and be sick for a week.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm like, you're not gonna be transporting that mess back and forth over here.
I'm so scared. I'm like, I don't have a little child, but it don't matter.
Yeah.
Even with the college students, it's thousands of them in schools. I mean, I don't know. I just foresee this being very bad. I hope it doesn't, but I just foresee it. And then they was talking about the next wave was going to come when? Didn't they say August or September?
Hell, I thought we were still on the first one.
Thank
Girl,
you.
I'm gonna say this first one ain't never stopped.
It never stopped.
Thank you. But I think they might have said September only because school. Maybe that's why they said that's when the next wave will hit. But from the numbers here, like, okay, the nursing homes, Carmel Diva was talking about the nursing home a few weeks ago. Now they all on the TV on headline news because the numbers is just outrageous. I don't know.
I just, just now talking to y'all, because I had been leery. But I'm not sending my kids to school.
I'm not either. I didn't really enjoy having to do the whole homeschool experience, but I'm not going to take a chance of sending her back and getting everybody sick.
Now, how does this work, though, when homeschool is not, like, mandatory? Like, don't you have to go through some type of...
They have options now where you can do...
Like an e-learning from school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I mean, like before, if you wanted to homeschool your child, you had to go through different obstacles or
you
to keep them at home. But is that like out the window now because of the Rona?
Yeah, the homeschooling I'm talking about is not the true homeschooling. It's the like she said, it's the option they're saying that you can. So it's not. But the thing about that is the quality is not going to be there to me, because when my daughter finished the last two months of school, she was half getting up, doing her work and stuff, but she was able to turn it in, But as far as like sitting in front of a teacher for 8 hours,
not as much focus. It's not as much.
It was a mess.
Yeah, I believe it, because my college son, I said, "Oh, when school start back, can you just tell him you want to do online classes?" He's like, "No, Mom, it's so much easier and it's better being in class with the teacher." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "You might get the Rona." He was like, "Mom, I'm tired of staying at home. I want to go to school." And I'm glad he wants to go back to college, but I'm like...
Well, I would rather her go back to school, but not under these circumstances.
Right. And the thing is, a lot of these people, like my daughter and like, Cam, they're not thinking with an adult mind. They want to go back. And it's true, they probably would learn more and learn better in a teaching environment.
Right.
But they also have to put in the risk factors that they're facing, that, this person next to you may have they may be a carrier of corona.
Mm-hmm.
Your teacher that you're sitting in front of may be a carrier of corona, and
yeah, because there's no way to social distance.
Yeah, and it's like you can't control the environment. It's too many people. Too many people.
They talking about like Carmel Diva said. They talking about having clean day on Wednesday.
And that's what we need to.
You know what? I went to the cable company today. Carmel Diva. You know our cable company here, Cox. I went there today. Was it today? No, it was yesterday. And they have a guy in there who's just hired to clean. He basically follows behind you.
What? With a can of Lysol?
Serious. I'm so serious. And he don't literally like follow behind you. But let's say you go up there to pay your bill and you putting your purse down and your keys and all that, touching the countertops. As soon as you leave to walk out the door, he's there with the spray. I mean,
when I went to the ER a couple of weeks ago, what was it, about a month ago? I went to the ER and I had sat in a chair. The nurse that checked me in, I ain't playing. I had barely got up out the damn chair. She come over squirting and wiping it down.
Yep.
Then I went to the registration desk. I went up there, and as soon as I walked away from there, she was squirting. She was like, "I hope you're not offended." No, I thank you for doing that.
Yep.
Right.
I am not offended in the least.
And that's how they was doing at the cable company when I went to pay my cable bill. And I'm thinking, if they got the kids going, I mean, you know how much cleaning that the staff needs to be like tripled.
Yeah, because kids are nasty.
It is, and you cannot even clean a whole school with kids in it, let alone in a few days, let alone with the kids in it. So I don't know how they're gonna keep the school clean and sterile.
Well, my thing too is with space. How are they gonna space them in the cafeteria?
Thank you. And that says OPS goes back on the 11th of August. She just got an email from OPS about if you want your child to do remote learning. Whew. I don't know. I heard a lot of people say they want their kids to do
but yeah, some of them people just want their kid to go back to school for babysit because they ain't got nobody else to take care of them. Tell the truth, shame the devil.
Let me find out. Let me find out somebody got their kid home babysitting. I'm gonna blast them.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about that's why they sending them to school. They sending them to school because then they'd have a babysitter and free lunch.
Okay, you talking about the opposite. They want the kids
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
They want the kids to get away because they eat up all the food at home. And if the kids are allowed to be at home like permanently throughout the year, shouldn't they get them like special lunches or like a Walmart card or some food stamps or something?
This whole corona mess. And the saddest part is we are one of the richest countries in the world, and we have the worst president who could care less about this virus and how it's affecting the people in the country. And not just
he won't even put on a mask.
Right. Mm-hmm. And he's so ignorant and thinking that he knows more. Look at these other countries who, when they find out, they shut down everything.
They shut it down. They did martial law like ASAP.
Yes, to try to contain it. His dumbass
quick too.
Right. And whatever it ain't even just Dr. Fauci. Whatever any of those doctors tell him, what they believe, what they have found out to be was best for the country, was best for people, he purposely goes against them.
Yeah.
And it's like, how could you know more than this man who's been a doctor for 30 years?
Girl,
you've been a failed businessman for that long.
Well, Annette said this is not a good idea for kids to go back right now. Her daughter has asthma, and being that she has to wear a mask for 8 hours straight is not good. That's not good at all.
It's not. It's not. And thank God my
mask is gonna keep you, your breathing even more.
And thank God my kids for the most part are pretty healthy. But I'm thinking about them sitting there with the mask on all day, every day too.
I didn't think what Annette just said. She said, and what about the kids that have to be bused? I didn't even think that. They all on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
Like
my daughter rides the bus too.
And most
what they gonna do? You sit here and then skip 2 rows?
Because most of these school buses be packed, child.
Yep.
What they gonna be like? Okay, we pick up some of y'all at 8. We pick up the rest of y'all at 11.
Right. See, they have not thought this through at all.
Right.
And
I think they also thought it was gonna be over with by the summer.
I understand this is something brand new for all of us, but they have to think about all the factors. Like you said, what about the kids that are bused? You know, right now my kids, hell, I drive them to school,
Yeah.
but like the kids that are being bused? What about the kids who, are like she said, the kids that are already asthmatic or have other medical issues? What about, excuse my terminology, but what about the handicapped kids that y'all have already put in public school? So
Mm-hmm.
now they got health issues. So now this corona going around, and you still gonna put them in school too with all the rest of these germ factories?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna
Mm-mm.
hit up one of my good friends who she's like one of the head honchos at our school bus company here. I don't know if you know her, Nikki Carmel Diva. I don't know if you know her, but she's one of the instructors on our line dance team as well. But I'm gonna hit her up and see if I can get a little information on
Yeah,
what they plan to do as far as the busing and yeah, with all the kids on there. Maybe she'll come on the show.
that would be a good
Yeah,
idea. 'Cause
I really want to know. Mm-hmm.
and I know a couple of teachers here in OPS. I'll see if they'll be willing to come on and speak, maybe
Yeah,
anonymously or whatever.
yeah. Maybe we
But
can have some
see how
teachers,
they
school
come
bus
on.
drivers, and not even just the kids, but the school bus drivers. They gotta sit there in that one spot while every kid passes them,
Yes.
passes by them.
You know,
They get on
I
one.
ain't met a kid yet that just get on the bus and don't touch that front seat
Right.
as they walk out. Teen- Whether they in first grade or high school, they touch that front seat. That
Yep.
one that protects you from falling down the stairs.
Yep. Yep. Well, Miss Sislow's back. You want to say anything else before we wrap this up, Miss Sislow? She been sitting on mute.
No, I'm sorry. My my grandbaby wouldn't leave me alone, so I muted it so you all wouldn't
Oh,
have to be victim of her questions. But no, I just enjoyed the show though,
we
and I
enjoyed
enjoyed
you. You were supposed to hit
it.
me up the other night.
Who, me?
Yeah, because you was gonna do a show about
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Something came. My daughter got real sick. That's
Oh
what happened. My daughter got real sick. And she's a workaholic, and she took 2 days off of work, and I can't believe that.
oh
So
wow. I
yeah,
hope you feel better
she's
soon.
feeling better now. She
Good
told me, I
lady.
just went to work today, girl. You needed to do just what you did, because she works like 7 days a week. She won't stop. Like
That
she
sound like
really won't
me.
stop.
Tell her that's not
Yeah.
good.
That
No,
sounds
it's
just
not
like
good.
me.
Well,
Mm.
she
Tell her even
it's
God
not good.
rested. Even God rested on the seventh day.
That's
Child.
right. She learned because it's taking a toll on her little female body, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep
Yeah.
up our prayers. How's your other
Yeah.
daughter doing? The one that got home from dealing with the corona?
Oh, she's doing a lot better. She's still on oxygen, but she's getting around. She cooked today. I
Okay.
was glad. I was happy. I told her I'm very proud of her because she could have had a woe is me mentality and just stayed there and did nothing, but she's up trying to, go about her life, and I'm happy for her.
Well, that's good. She was
I'm
a
really
person for
excited
a
for
long time.
her.
Yeah, that's good. Well, did you tell her we happy that she's
God is good. Yeah. Oh, girl, yeah. She's heard from so many people. She's like, Mommy, I don't know who I'm talking to, but thank you, and I love you. I appreciate you. But
okay?
she is very, I'm grateful.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
Anybody else got
she
anything
talked
to
about,
say?
she's still trying to catch up, because like I said, when she went to sleep, it was March. When she
Mm-hmm.
woke up, it was May.
Oh
So,
Wow.
wow,
That is unreal.
wow.
and then she had scars on her back, and she didn't know where it came from, and it's just like she don't know. She had chest tubes, and both of her lungs collapsed. There's a lot she found out after the fact, and she was like, "Wow, I really went through some stuff, and I had no idea what was going on. I just woke up, and
So she
I
was
was
pretty
awake."
much comatose.
She was on a ventilator for 45 days.
Wow.
She had the coronavirus. She had a
Right. I
coronavirus.
just didn't know if she was like she was in a pretty much in a coma then, huh?
Oh yeah. She was in a coma. She was
Wow.
on at one point. She was on the ventilator 100%.
Sheesh.
Yeah, it was. God is. Oh,
And that
girl. See,
scares me because I just told Kanye today
you know
I
the
have
song.
family.
Speak of
I got a
goodness of
family.
Jesus
I just told
and
Tanya today
all.
I have a family member that has double pneumonia. I have one who has whose lungs are filled with fluid, and then I have two who are dealing with corona right now.
Mm.
All of this, what, a month after I've had a cousin who died from corona. So I am, I want to be there and be hands on with my family, but on the other side, I'm like, oh, I got to stay
You gotta
way
take
over.
care of yourself, yeah.
Stay put. Stay. I told you if I ain't going out to the stores, at home, and I be watching hella YouTube, Hulu, Netflix, cable. I be trying to keep myself entertained, watching people on YouTube. I mean, I be trying to keep matter of fact. I have a recommendation for y'all for Netflix.
What's that?
It's called I Do.
What?
Mm.
I'm gonna do a review on it tomorrow night. It's called I Do. So if y'all got time, watch that movie. It's really good. It's really good. It's called I Do.
Goldie, don't watch it.
You
It's
said
stupid.
what?
Movie Goldie.
Oh, I was gonna watch that too. I'm glad you said no because I kept looking at it and I was like, should I watch it? Should I watch it? And I kept passing it.
I feel like I watched it and I was just like, okay, this is pretty
Ain't
stupid.
it like? Doesn't it like come up all the time when you first click on Netflix?
Yeah,
Miss Tanya,
Yes.
did you say something about Netflix?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Why? Why? What happened? Did I lose her? Did we lose her?
I
I don't
think so.
know.
I think we lost her.
Cause it got real quiet.
But yeah, I did say something. Man, watch that movie, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Y'all gotta watch I Do. And that's how you say it too.
What is it about?
Okay. It takes place in Africa, Northern Africa. And it's one of those movies where they are speaking English. And if they're not speaking English, somebody's speaking English for them, but you know what I mean. And so it takes place in this town at the very top of Africa. So like, Spain, the bottom of Spain is right across the sea from the top of Africa. So it takes place in the border of Spain and the top of Africa. And it's about it starts off as the story about these white people who work for the government, and they there to capture people who are poaching elephants for their tusks. And this little African boy and girl who are siblings, they happen to be just riding a bike through the wilderness or whatever, and they accidentally come across some people who had just killed this elephant, and they were cutting off the tusks from the elephant. Okay. And so they take off running because somebody spots them. They take off running, and the people don't see who it was in the bushes that saw them, but they find the bike because the kids left the bike because, of course, they could go faster on foot. But one of the guys who was one of the poachers, he knew whose bike it was because he has some kind of relationship with those kids' mother. So the story is basically about these two siblings trying to save their lives from being murdered because these poachers are after them to kill them. And one of the little boy, he's about 5, maybe no more than 6, and the little girl's about probably 11 or 12. So it's when I say it's good, and make sure you have a box of Kleenex because it has so many storylines. that I mean, whew, child. I'll probably watch it again because I know I probably missed something, but it was good. But it's called I Do. It's spelled ADU. I Do, and it's called I Do because the little African boy's name is I Do.
I ain't gonna watch that. I got enough emotional stuff going on.
Girl, I'm just saying, if you want something good to watch,
Yeah, I don't feel like crying.
hey, I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know it's really good. It's really good.
I'll take your word for it.
Oh, man.
But it got a ghost and it ain't holy. Hey, I don't know what's going on with my phone, but it got a ghost that ain't holy. I know that.
Okay.
But you know when you said something about it's a fan.
No,
Huh?
It's feedback.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm gonna get off of here anyway. I just wanted to tell you thank you. I always appreciate you, Karma Diva, Miss Mill. You guys are wonderful. You rock. See you on my channel, Miss Karma Diva. Come and join me on my channel. Miss Mill, come and join me on my channel too. Yes, ma'am. Come on, everybody. Welcome.
Yes. You, Miss Sislo Newsworthy Update. That's hers, Miss MIS Sislo Newsworthy Update. And Melissa, hers is Melissa. I don't know King. The full title. Is it Melissa King? Is that
Melissa King, yeah.
Okay, Melissa King, that's hers. Those are two very good YouTubers. Melissa King, I watched some of her shows. It is mainly about finance.
Yeah,
it's mainly
we had one tonight.
Mm-hmm. So if you do, and that's what I was going to ask you, is your shows, because several times I watched your finance show, and it seemed to be about the same topic, kind of.
Yeah, so it's basically about the advantages of home-based businesses.
Okay. That's what I was going to ask you, because I didn't know if you were finance channel regarding all different type of finances, credit bill, just all kind of stuff, or was it just that primarily topic? I can't even remember the name of it. The
My Econ.
Yeah. My Econ.
Well, see, the My Econ covers all of the other stuff. So
okay.
We have a credit repair service. Tonight we actually had Deanna on tonight as our guest because we were talking about buying land.
Okay. See, I missed it. I was working.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about purchasing land through auctions and stuff like that. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. I love me some Deanna. Yes, Deanna is one of my other. She's a member of the Hood Table Squad, and she's one of our moderators over here. And she is crazy.
Yeah, she is so funny.
Yeah. Well, if there's nothing else you guys want to talk about, Karma Diva, relating to Trump or Kanye or.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, honey child. Well, tomorrow's Friday Night Live. So if anybody wants to tune in tomorrow night for Friday Night Live or jump on the screen with me, it's Friday Night Live. No topics off limit, no holds barred. So we can talk about anything tomorrow. Anything you want. No.
I got a dirty mind, so.
What's that song?
Jaheim, you can have any.
If you want me to do it.
Oh, okay. SWV.
That's what came through my head. But yeah, I love them girls. Y'all about to make me listen to them before I go to bed. But anywho, y'all, thanks for joining me on the platform tonight. I really do appreciate it. And everybody, enjoy your evening. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And check out our other content creators, please. And thank you so very much.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, ladies.
Good night. Stay safe, be blessed. Stay safe, be blessed, and healthy.
Same to you guys.
I gotta come up with a new line.
Yes, you do. Yes.
She stole that one.
I've been that for like a year now. All right, you guys. We out. Deuces.
Yeah, peace.
All right.